Hi, Critical Analysis. This is your video for your Chapter 9 assignments. So this is for week 7, specifically Chapter 9. You'll want to check out the video that goes over Chapter 8 assignments. That will cover, again, here's repost from week 6 since Chapter 8 is a carryover. This is a new one here, Chapter 8 assignment video, brand new for week 7. That goes over your attendance post, your Chapter 8 quiz, your Chapter 8 practice packet, and your 2 mastery skills for the week. So then we're going to go ahead now and talk about your Chapter 9 assignments. This is just going to cover 2 assignments, your text and skill sheet and your vocabulary quiz. So as always, you'll want to go to the submit folder. You want to make sure that you download your text and skill sheet and your vocabulary quiz. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the vocabulary quiz. So as always, nothing has changed with any of these quizzes from week to week to week, chapter to chapter, same instructions. So just please make sure that part A, you are leaving the underlined word alone and you are correcting the rest of the sentence if it is incorrect. Usually only one is fine the way it is. So if you have like 3 or 4 corrects written on the lines, you're on the wrong track. So look to see how they're using cardiorespiratory, apprentice, bull by the horns. Look to see how they're using that and if they're using it appropriately for the context. If they are not, leave that underlined word alone and fix something else about the sentence. Take out some words, add in some words, rearrange. What you will not do is add the word don't or couldn't or shouldn't, because those are all forms of the word not, and that's not enough to correct the sentence. All right, part B, short answer. Again, just make sure you respond to the actual question. These ones are pretty straightforward. This one says name 2 things, so just make sure you name 2 things. And then fill in the blank as always. Just make sure you reread the sentence with your selected word in the blank to make sure it actually makes sense. Because again, sometimes I feel like if you would read your sentence out loud, you could hear that a word may not go with that very easily. All right, so that's your Chapter 9 vocabulary quiz. Let's talk about your Chapter 9 text and skill sheet. Okay, so up here, part A, this you can get from the text, you can get from my lecture, you can get from the PowerPoint, really anywhere. I have the Chapter 9, kind of circling it right here. The Chapter 9 intro right here, the chapter. Chapter 9 is about graphics. Hopefully you've already watched the Chapter 9 lecture video because this has all been covered in that video. So, take a look here. Why are graphics used? So that's what this first part is asking, the 3 main reasons graphics are used. Part B are the strategies or tips on how to best read graphics. It even directs you to page 472. So you'll go, what do graphics do? Reader's tips. Look at the bold. Read the title, look for footnotes, read the labels. So you'll see those right there. Those 5 tips are right there. And it just says, give a brief description of each of those things. Okay. All right, moving down. What are the different types of graphics discussed? Starting on page 473, you can see it goes to 8. And it a couple of them are filled in a little bit to kind of guide you, because you'll see types of graphics. It starts here, like there's a diagram, tables. So look for those larger, you can see the larger types of graphics there. So you're going to write down each of those and a short description on what they are. So I'm kind of stopping at each of those as we go. You're going to write those down here, the type of graphic here, and then right next to it, just a brief description of what like a diagram is, what a line graph is, what a cumulative bar graph is, all of those. All right, and then last part down here, this is after reading Selection 1, which is also part of your vocabulary. Some of your vocabulary words for this chapter did come from Selection 1. So you'll go to Selection 1. This was the one on money management as a college student in particular. So you'll scroll after you've read all the way down and you are answering the skill development graphics questions. Your options are true, false, or can't tell, because sometimes a graphic might not have the information we're looking for, and this is kind of discerning if you can figure that out. So true, false, or can't tell, you're answering those 5 questions right here. after the reading, and it's asking you to kind of look at this chart right here underneath. So those graphics right there, the table and then the pie graph. All right, so that's your Chapter 9 text and skill sheet. So both your text and skill sheet and your vocabulary quiz are due by Sunday the 24th. And that is it for Chapter 9. Make sure you submit those. Make sure you check out your Chapter 8 assignment video for all the information up here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.